Hey you guys. So, after last week's video, I was asked to make a video on how I have a sense of humor about life. And my specific situation is that I'm in a wheelchair. But I thought that this was a good topic overall to touch on, especially because I just got back from spending time with one of my best friends and I said something and we both started laughing and we were like, it's not funny, but it is, which is kind of like a theme for my life. I don't know. I'm just the type that thinks a lot of things are funny that probably shouldn't be. And I can't really pinpoint why or pinpoint how, but I'm gonna try for those of you who want to know for your own life. If you're going through a hard time or if you're, I guess, disabled and you just want to have a sense of humor about it. I mean, I guess the easiest way to explain it is that I don't give myself a choice. You do technically have two choices in life. You can either play the hand you were dealt, or you can bitch about it. I choose not to bitch about it. I mean, I have that choice, but I tend to live as if that's not even an option. I mean, and it goes hand in hand with gratitude. Like, I could sit and bitch about what I can't do, what I don't have, this or that, or I can be grateful for what I can do, grateful for what I do have, and not to get religious or anything, because I'm not really a religious person, but I am spiritual. God doesn't make mistakes. I'm here for a reason, and I am doing him, it, universe, whatever, a disservice by taking that for granted and wasting it. If I don't live my life in gratitude, if I don't go after opportunities that are there for me, if I don't do everything that I can do, and if I don't do what I'm doing right now and pass that message along. It's not like I'm, passing along this big religious message or anything. I'm just telling you, life is always good. Regardless what you're going through, what has happened to you. I mean, let's even take the whole disabilities thing off the table for a second. Right now, we're in the cusp of when I lost my father and my brother. We just passed my father's 8-year anniversary. My brother's birthday is in a few days, and his anniversary is coming up the week after that. I can choose to be miserable, which, there are moments when that's very, very healthy to do in grief. Or I can realize, regardless of how close you are with somebody, we are all a soul that comes into this life with certain lessons and certain goals and certain things to achieve. Bottom line is, I'm still here for a reason. And again, back to what I was saying before, I would be wasting that reason if I chose to be anything other than happy. Generally. Most days. We're all human. We all let petty shit get to us. We all let drama get to us. We all, have bad days. We all have grief. But generally, I am a happy person, and I choose to live in gratitude. It's a choice. And depending on how long you've lived, however long you've lived with the certain mentality that you're going through when you're watching this, especially for those of you who've asked me this question on how to have a sense of humor about life, it's going to be harder for you. You know, I've been joking about my disability pretty much my whole life because I've had it my whole life. But I also realize that there's people who just last week, just last year, just in the last couple of years have lost an ability to do something that they could always do. I can't imagine going through that. There's plenty of situations that I can't imagine, just like there's probably people who are watching who can't imagine having a disability or having lost both a sibling and a parent. You know, we all have our story. We all have our shit that we've been through. And like I said, it comes down to you have to not give yourself that option. Give yourself days and maybe hours to throw a little pity party if you need to. If you want to slowly ease into the whole gratitude thing. But it comes down to you have to choose what you want for your life. Do you want a change? Is what you're in right now not working and not comfortable enough for you to make a change in your own attitude? Because that's another thing. You cannot change anybody else. It has to be you. You know, there's a lot of times where you think, okay, well, if only this person or this situation was different, then my life would be better. I know a lot of people with disabilities are thinking that, and a lot of people in toxic relationships are thinking that. It has to come from you. You have to change. Even if that means, not being around certain situations or people that make you feel a certain way. There's nothing wrong with that. Nobody's saying, oh, well, I can't change other people, so I'm just going to sit here and put up with this. No. If you can't put up with it, change your role in it. Either start speaking up or don't be there. And I know I've gone completely off into another tangent, which could be probably a video in and of itself, you know, situations and people. But, and I realize that a lot of those are not funny, which is the point of this video, is to have a sense of humor about life. But it really is all a choice. Everything that I've talked about in this video, it's all a choice of your mindset, how you want to live life. And a lot of people say, well, this and this happened, I have no choice but to feel this way. Yeah, you kind of do. I bet if you made a list, this is a fun little exercise you could do. Make a list of, let's say 10 people who have had tragic things happen to them that you either admire or you're jealous of. How does that person do that? Oh, I wish I could do that, even though this and this and this happened to me. And then figure out the way. Figure out, you're not going to, your own resistance is not going to allow you to completely change and live how that person lives. Chances are you've been living the way that you're living too long for that. Change one thing that you do. Change your perspective on one thing that you're going through. and think about how they're handling what they're going through and what they're doing different than you. Because I tell people this all the time. You don't have to be a different person or make that drastic of a change to change your life and live the life that you want. Chances are you have to change your perspective a little bit, change your mindset a little bit, and when those two meet together, changes will start to happen in your life. And it's not going to happen overnight, and it's not going to happen like magic. You're going to have to do the work. Just because you pray to God or the angels or your loved ones or whatever, nobody's going to come down and physically save you. You have free will. Everybody forgets that when it comes to praying and manifesting and everything. We have our own resistance within us. We can want something but feel maybe we don't deserve it, so then we're not going to get it. There's plenty of reasons why it's up to us to actually do the work. So I will leave you with that. This video ran a little bit longer than I expected, but it's in my one of my series, hashtag series that I'm gonna do. And I will talk to you guys later. If you're actually going to do this with me and change your perspective and, make your lists, share in the comments what you could have more of a sense of humor about in your life. What perspective you can change that you're hoping will change the external experience on your life. Let me know in the comments. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Share this video if you would like with somebody who you think could benefit. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.